Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining this Cruise and Travel Expo 2021 Home Edition, featuring our very special and wonderful partner, Globus and their family of brands. My name is Sherry Cressy. I'm the operations manager at All Aboard Travel, and we are a travel leaders vacation center. So please know that when you call us, you are in excellent hands. We have been in business over 32 years, and we are a large, strong, and global organization. We are proud to serve the communities that we are in as well. If you'd like to reach out to us, you feel free to give us a call at 1-800-741-1770. And today we'll be talking about Globus and their family of brands. During the presentation, if you should have a question, go ahead and take advantage of the Q&A box. Type your question in there, and time permitting, we'll be sure to answer as many as we possibly can for you tonight. And for those questions we can't get to, or if you'd like to speak to us privately, feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. Now, because we are coming into your homes this year, things are a little bit different. We certainly miss having the very large travel expo where we're able to see all of you face to face, but we still wanted to be able to bring in to you those wonderful specials and perks that you look forward to each and every single year. So this year, if you do make a reservation by February 8th of 2021, you are going to be able to have up to $500 of onboard credit applied if you're booking a sailing or cruise, or up to $500 off per stateroom, or off per room for an all-inclusive resort vacation or a tour. So feel free to call us, and we'll be sure to explain exactly the best way that you can use those additional perks and apply it to get the best value. Now, even better yet, because we are coming into your homes this year and we are doing things a little bit different, we still wanted to have something wonderful to be able to offer. Through the month of January, we're going to be bringing a great deal of presentations your way, and you're able to sign up and register to attend as many as you wish. Every time you register and attend one of our webinar presentations, you will earn an entry into a drawing for a chance to win a $1,000 all aboard travel gift certificate, and you'll be able to apply that towards a future vacation. So keep that in mind, and feel free to register and attend some of the vendor presentations that maybe you're unfamiliar with. You might be surprised at what you learn. I also want to just put a quick reminder out there that one of the niche items that we do at All Aboard Travel is we do groups. We love groups. It's a specialty of ours. We host group events, and we're wonderful at helping you put them together. So knowing what we've been through in 2020 and knowing that we haven't been able to travel, we haven't been able to gather with family and friends, reunions have been put off, trips have been put off, and we really have a pent-up need to want to be together, and we miss being able to be together. So if you have any questions about a group, or if you're a member of an organization or a gated community or anything where you are part of a large association of people, give us a call and we'll be happy to assist you through that particular process as well. Again, I'm Sherry Cressy. Thank you so much for attending our Cruise and Travel Expo 2021, our very first home edition. And I have something very special in store for you tonight. We are going to be talking about Globus and their family of brands. I have somebody who is just simply amazing joining us this evening. Her name is Denise, and I wish I could be with her in person tonight because she's just fantastic and a lot of fun.
Hi.
Denise, hi, hello
Hi.
there. Happy New
Hi.
Year. Haven't talked to
Happy
you
New
yet.
Year. I know. Happy New Year to you too.
Right. Well, I'm sure you have a lot of information. Our clients have a lot of questions involving travel with a lot of restrictions and things that are going on out there. But we are here to look towards the future and the possibilities of what we can do. So I bet you have a lot of great things to tell us about.
We do. I will share my screen here. Let's see. There we go. All right. yeah, we have some great stuff to talk about. So are we ready to get ready?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll take my camera off so you're not looking at me and you're looking at the screen. How's that? All right, there we go. All right, so like Sherry said, when you're ready, we're ready. So, or when we're ready, you're ready, right? So the world is waiting. I'm just going to tell you about some new things that we have and some of our most popular tours that we have, and I'll update you on the latest policy with us. But we are ready to go. So as soon as these borders start opening up, people are vaccinated, we feel it's safe to go, we are ready. So we're talking to all of our partners in all these different countries and continents, and we are prepared. So let's get started. So I know All Aboard is ready. Globus Family of Brands is ready. I know I'm ready to go on a vacation, right, Sherry?
Definitely.
I know.
Absolutely.
So just to tell you a little bit about the Globus Family of Brands, if you're not familiar with us, we do have 4 different companies. We have Globus. These are escorted tours. And we'll talk a little bit about what an escorted tour is and what's included. So Globus also is first class touring. And then we have Cosmos. These are escorted tours, but a little bit more on the budget side, and we'll talk about that. It's about 30% less expensive than Globus. Monograms, these are independent hosted vacations. So Globus and Cosmos is fully guided, full hand-holding with a tour director, with local guides. And Monograms is hosted where you're a little bit more independent. And then Avalon Waterways are our river cruises. So keep in mind with these 4 brands, and when I talk about these different destinations that we have, so that leads me to the different destinations and all that we have. So you will see Europe. We have Globus and Cosmos. We have United States and Canada for Globus and Cosmos. All fully escorted, all fully guided. South and Central America, we have that for Globus, escorted tours first class, budget, 30% less expensive, and the only difference between the 2 companies would be less meals and different hotels. But we also have Monograms for South and Central America. So Monograms, you have a local host that's there, you have breakfast, you have full city tours, and then the rest of the time you're on your own, but you have the local host that's there to help you. Africa, bottom left, totally guided. Keep in mind too, all of our exotics are all small group discoveries averaging 24 passengers. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next couple slides. Africa, fully escorted with Globus, fully escorted with Cosmos. Monograms, these are private safaris. Asia, same. We have Globus, we have Cosmos, and we also have Monograms. Same thing for Australia and New Zealand. And they are in these brochures, and you'll see all 3 brands. Avalon Waterways, these are our river cruises, which we'll talk about towards the end of this presentation. And then we also have faith-based travel, Journey Through the Holy Land, Footsteps of Apostle Paul, Grand Catholic Italy. Journey Through the Holy Land has always been in our top 10 destinations. It's always somebody's bucket list. Also, Oberammergau. Sherry, I can't believe I have to talk about Oberammergau, right? So Oberammergau is a big passion play that's in Germany every 10 years. So I am actually celebrating, well, I already celebrated my 21st anniversary with Globus, so this would have been my 3rd Oberammergau. However, it was postponed because of COVID. So Oberammergau is now in 2022. So we do have availability. I think we're about 75% full. So if you're interested in the passion play, please get with somebody at All Aboard. And this passion play is the passion play of passion plays. I mean, we send about 10,000 people to this passion play. And we have it in conjunction with Globus, Cosmos, and river cruising. So a little bit about the company. We did start in 1928. We are still a family-owned company. We are a Swiss company. This is actually Lugano, Switzerland. You can see the Swiss Alps in the background. So they first got started just doing boat rides on Lake Lugano. Then they started doing overnight trips to Italy, and then just grew into what we are now with 4 different brands. So a little bit about touring with Globus. So what's included in a tour? So we are not an all-inclusive company, which is nice. So it gives you free time to maybe go have a piece of pizza if you're in Naples or, you know, somewhere in Italy, go have some pasta. Then, you know, you don't have to be with the group for dinner, but you can go with the group because we'll have some excursions that you can sign up for. We also always have breakfast included. All the must-see sites are included. Tour directors, local guides. If there's something that needs to be seen there, it's an included visit, but we do have free time. Top-notch motor coaches. Globus, these are 4- and 5-star hotels. Cosmos, 3- and 4-star hotels. So hotels with Globus are always in the heart of the destination. VIP access. We call this the happy line, no waiting in any lines. If you've ever been to Rome and you've been on a tour, you get in half hour before the Vatican opens, the door is right there, you pop in, take a tour, you come out and you see that long 4-hour line wrapped around the Vatican. You avoid all of that when you're on a tour. VIP access, again, no waiting in any lines. Freedom, I mentioned before, we're not all inclusive, so we give you some free time. And of course, the tour directors and the local guides. We also have headsets on all of our vacations. So this headset is, so it's actually, the range is very far, so you can hear your guides. You don't have to huddle up on the tour director and listen to the tour director. Also for Globus Europe and Avalon Europe, which are our river cruises, it's now a hotspot. So your headset is now a hotspot that gives you 1 gigabyte of internet connection because, you know, you don't always have connection. So this way, you know, sometimes when you're on the coach, maybe if it's hilly, you know, you may lose connection. This way you do have a hotspot. It's nice. So we do have small group discoveries worldwide. So what we're doing for exotics, they're all small groups averaging 24 passengers. So for Europe, you will see some of the departures are small group discoveries. So when you are looking at a Europe tour, if you want to be on a tour with only 24 people on a coach or less, definitely look at those departures. So just wanted to tell you about something that we started a couple of years ago. This is our Undiscovered series. So we started this a few years ago because we started seeing that Italy was on the decline. And we weren't sure why. And then we figured, you know, people are just doing other destinations. They've been to Italy, they've seen that. So we came out with Off the Beaten Piazza, which was off the beaten path Italy. So we came out with some new tours for Sicily, Cinque Terre, Umbria, the Italian lakes, and it worked. So Italy was up about 44%. So I want to say that was about 4 years ago. So then we did the same thing with the UK. We came out with some new tours for Scotland, some Ireland, some England. And then of course last year, didn't really have a chance to get going, but it was Undiscovered Mediterranean. A lot of new Greece trips, Greece cruise combos, Croatia, Montenegro, Slovenia. And then this year it's Undiscovered North America. So what I wanted to show you were some of the tours that we have for North America. So we'll talk a little bit about this. So just so you know, our policy right now, we are canceled till the middle of March, but we are operating our Canyonland Escape tours in March. I'll tell you a little bit about those later. So I'm hoping in April and May, we'll be able to operate North America. Maybe some exotics, it just depends what hashes out here in the next few weeks and months. But right now we are canceled to the middle of March. If we cancel April, we will do that in a couple weeks. But like I said, we do have some Canyonland tours going in March and also some Monograms North America. So this is America's National Parks. This one is into Rapid City out of Salt Lake City. National parks are very popular. We actually operated our Canyonland Escape also in November. It went off without a hitch. Everybody was healthy. Everybody was safe. And we did that with small groups of 24. So this one here, you'll see it does Rapid City, Deadwood, Sheridan, Cody, Yellowstone. We stayed 2 nights at Old Faithful. Jackson, we stay at the Rustic Inn in Jackson. It's absolutely gorgeous, and out of Salt Lake City. Hawaii. A lot of people just don't think of a land tour for Hawaii. What we do is we fly you from island to island, and you're a few nights on each island. This is one of our longer ones, but we do have some shorter Hawaii trips for both Globus and Cosmos. Northern California, in and out of San Francisco, Tahoe, Yosemite, Sequoia National Park, Monterey, Carmel, and then out of San Francisco. So also the Northeast. This is a Cosmos tour. This is 2 nights, Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. So also the Canadian Rockies. Canadian Rockies is one of my favorite destinations. And we have so many different layers of Canadian Rockies. You can do it with Cosmos, like what you see here in the picture and the map. You can also do it with Globus. And then we have a couple, I call them Mac Daddy Canadian Rocky trips, where you're staying at Fairmont hotels. We have the Rocky Mountaineer. So it's nice because we have all these different layers. So some of them you can add the Rocky Mountaineer, or it's included, or you can do the Fairmonts, or just do a regular Globus tour without the Fairmonts. And the Fairmont hotels are these uber deluxe hotels that if you're not staying there on our other tours, you visit those hotels. So this one here is into Calgary out of Vancouver. Of course, you do Jasper National Park, Kamloops, Vancouver. I love Victoria. Go to Bouchard Gardens. Also, you do the Columbia Ice Field. You take this big snow coach, and then you get off on a glacier. So this one here is our longest national park in and out of Vegas. So check out that one, Grand Canyon, Monument Valley. Then you go up and do Crazy Horse, Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, the Tetons. I actually did a short one. It was just an 8-day with my mom, and it was into Arizona out of Las Vegas. And we did Monument Valley, Bryce, Zion, Vegas. It was such a great trip. Alaska, we have several Alaska tours with both Globus and Cosmos. Again, a lot of people don't think of us for Alaska. You know, maybe you've been on a cruise, but you want to go back and do some land. Or maybe you don't like to cruise and you want to do a land tour. So we have several different trips that do Alaska. This one here is pretty cool. You take the train, the Alaskan Railroad. You do 2 nights Denali, 2 nights Fairbanks, Anchorage, and then you take a cruise on Prince William Sound. So fall foliage. Maybe you're not from the Northeast, or maybe you just want to go back and see fall foliage. I know I'm from the Northeast. You could probably tell from my accent. Sherry and I are from the same area, you know, but I do miss fall foliage. I do not miss the snow, but I do miss the fall foliage. So check out this Cosmos trip. This is Circle the America West. So this one here is in and out of Denver. So this is a busy trip, but look at all these parks that it goes to. Also takes the train here in Durango. So some pretty cool vacations. And a lot of places that a lot of us haven't been. So here's historic cities of Eastern Canada. I actually did a similar trip like this probably about 10 years ago, and it was such an awesome trip. I did this same one. I actually did it with Cosmos. We did Ottawa, Quebec City, went to Niagara Falls, went to Toronto. So here you also take a cruise and you check out the Thousand Islands National Park. So this is a great trip. Newfoundland and Labrador. You know, it's funny. Newfoundland and Labrador is actually one of our #1 tours for Canadians, right? Because it's a different part of Canada and a lot of Canadians go here. And it's like I said, I think at 1 year it was our #1 tour for the Canadians to go on this trip. I haven't been to these parts and I would love to do this. Another Grand Western Canada with Globus. This one is in and out of Vancouver. This one here is Grand Western Canada. This is one of just our average Globus ones without the Rocky Mountaineer and without the Fairmonts. So you'll see this one does Kamloops, it does Whistler, Vancouver, Victoria, Glacier National Park. Costa Rica. So we have Costa Rica. You know, we're thinking we might be able to start going to Costa Rica here pretty soon. That's what we're aiming for. This one here, you do Tortuguero National Park. You take a boat ride, you're staying here on the beach. It's a pretty cool place. You know, at night it's pretty dark because of the turtles that come up on the beach and lay their eggs. You take boat rides in the morning and in the afternoon to hear the animals waking up. You hear the screaming monkeys and the toucans, and 2 nights in Arenal. You go to the hot springs. It was funny, when I did this trip, Arenal was still a very active volcano, and I just remember being in the hot springs going, this does not seem very normal. There's lava coming out of this volcano, and I'm in bubbling hot water underneath it. Right now it is not active, but it's a pretty cool, beautiful place with the eco forest and the cloud forest. And in Monteverde, you have a guide that takes you on all those hanging bridges and points out all the flora and the fauna. So just to tell you a little bit, our on-trip assurance, like I said, we are ready to go. All of our vendors are all still in business, all the hotels. So we are ready to go when you guys are all ready, when the states are all ready, when the countries are all ready for us. So we will be practicing social distancing. Again, we have headsets, so you don't have to huddle together and listen to the tour director. Space people apart on the coaches. So you won't be touching keys. You won't be filling out questionnaires. So trying for you guys to stay as healthy and keep you away from touching anything you don't need to be touching. Also, wearing masks. You know, I mean, this is all changing, right? So by the time summer comes along, and maybe a little bit different, let's hope that we put this behind us, hopefully by summer or fall. So I don't know about all the protocols and procedures about testing negative and about vaccines, but I'm sure we will have that pretty soon. I think it will really be up to the states and the countries for that. Also, peace of mind travel. This is if you do deposit any of our trips, any of our brands, you can move your trip before final payment, and you can move it to any other 2021 or 2022 package. So we do have something that's fairly new. It's called Globus Escapes. These are off-season Globus vacations. Actually, I need to update this because we have 21 and 22 out. And all these destinations that we're talking about, Europe, South America, Asia, Africa, most of these are out for 21 and 22. We came out early for 2022 because we see people are booking early and they're booking for 2022. So we are open for sale for next year also. So these escape programs, look at the price points on these. These are off-season Globus, typical Globus tour, same guides, same hotels, same excursions, but because they're off-season, very inexpensive. So we do every month have air promotions on some of these. Right now it's on Irish Escape, and it's about $11.99 with air. Some airports, it's like another $100. I was just booked on Portugal Escape for March. My bill was $1,500, and that was with air from Tampa, a pre-night, prepaid gratuities, and insurance. So definitely check these out. We do allow every departure to have about 5 waived single supplements. That's huge for singles. If we do max out on that, the single supplement's only about $250 or $300, so not much. And just so you know, these escapes, we have about 75 of these. And that would be Europe. We have the Canyonlands for United States, the national parks. We have India. We have Asia, we have India, we have South America, Central America. We just about go to, I would say, almost every destination with these escapes. So definitely check these out. I have vowed to do one of these a year. I did the Ireland escape, booked for Portugal, but I'm gonna have to move it because we were booked in March. But they're absolutely wonderful trips. So definitely check these out. One thing that's new is any of our Globus Europe tours, you can ask for that trip to be private for you and your family. It could be from 1 to 24 people. So if that is interest, if that is interest to you, definitely check with somebody at All Aboard and they can price it out for you. So let's talk a little bit about river cruising. So Avalon Waterways. So these are our river cruises. We started these in 2004. We have 16 ships in Europe. And we'll just talk a little bit about Avalon. I'm sure most of you are familiar with river cruising now because it's become so popular. So what makes Avalon a little bit different? The view is the big thing. See that in the middle? So the bottom deck, those are 172 square feet. They have a window. Every cabin above that looks just like this. 200 square feet with the beds facing out. We do have 2 royal suites and those are 300 square feet. Also, less people on board, larger cabins because the smallest cabin is 172 square feet. Average are these here 200. Also Avalon Your Way, which I'll show you all the different choices that you can take on these trips. So a few things with Avalon, you can add a Globus tour, you can add Monograms, you could add a London package, Paris package onto your river cruise. So these are the rivers that we sail on in Europe. On the left-hand side, you'll see your France. So you have on the top there, your Normandy's landing beaches on the top left. Below that is your Burgundy and Provence. All the way at the top are your tulip time cruises. And then you have the Rhine. And then you have the Danube. You've got the Main and the Danube going all the way through to the Black Sea. So our most popular is the Danube and the Rhine, and of course, France. So, but the most popular, just because we have more river cruises doing the Danube. So one thing that's new are short and sweet river cruises, and we actually added a few new ones for 2022. So we have 3-night cruises, 4-night cruises, 5-night cruises. And again, we've added some new ones. So maybe you haven't been on a river cruise and you just want to try a short one and add some land on either side. Let's say you're doing a big ship cruise and you want to add a river cruise, or you're doing a land tour. These are selling quite well, so that's why we keep on adding new ones. And again, for Avalon, we're open for 21 and 22. So Active and Discovery is something fairly new. What this is, these are Active and Discovery cruises, more biking, hiking, canoeing. I was on the Active and Discovery on the Danube twice. I have to say, they are so much fun. And please don't let the word active scare anybody. You do not need to be crazy active. I was on with about 30 people, and I had some people that said, oh yeah, no, I'm on vacation. I'm not doing any active. And they still had full days because we give all these different choices of excursions. Some days you have like 6 or 7 choices to make, all included in the price of the trip. I actually had somebody in a wheelchair. It's a little difficult to be in a wheelchair on a river cruise, but we managed, they managed. And then I also had cyclists on board, and they did all the bike trips. They took the bikes on board. And then I had a couple that came with their teenage daughters, and they still talk about the trip, said it was their favorite vacation. So definitely look at these. They are a lot of fun. They're more port intensive. So Vienna, I was there for 2 nights. You don't do that a lot of times when you're on a river cruise. We have going into a cave and doing some wine tasting, some just off the beaten path museums, early morning hikes, early morning walks. And again, you don't have to do these active excursions. Bike ride in Vienna, a bike tour. So a lot of fun. So also all of our brands has a app. So as soon as you get an email that says ready to go, pack your bags, you go on your phone, you download the app, and all of your documents are right there, your day-to-day itinerary, weather, your air schedule, currency converter, weather forecast, GPS. Everything is right there in the app. It's a pretty cool app. Journal, things to do, places to go. So again, it's a perfect app. So these are the promotions that we have going on at the moment. So if you want to book a Globus Europe, Globus North America, Globus South America tour, it is a 10% early booking discount until the 25th of this month. Then it goes down to 7.5%. So 5% off for exotics, that's Africa, Asia, and South Pacific. Avalon Waterways, we actually have 3 or 4 promotions, but the best one is $299 air plus $500 off per person. We also have waived single supplements for Avalon. So if you know somebody that travels as a single, we have waived supplements. So if you're single, you don't pay as a double. Same thing for those Globus Escape packages. Also, for attending today, even if you're listening to this recording later, that's fine. We also have a show promo of another $100 off per person. And all of this is in addition to the discounts that All Aboard is also giving you. So Sherry, if anybody has any questions.
Wow. Well, I haven't seen any come in yet. However, we do have people on watching live. So if anybody does have a question, go ahead and take advantage of that Q&A box at the bottom of your screen and type it in. And I'm going to go back and post our number for those who may have joined late and didn't have it. And I'm going to pop back on so you can see me and wave hi, everybody. So Denise, I love it when you and I get together. I just think that you do an amazing job. Your personality is just, infectious, and
thank you.
And it's so hard for us to be feeling in the way that we are in this world right now, where we have to do everything, via Zoom meetings, and just like the people who are watching us.
Right.
They're ready. I know I've talked to numerous clients, the travel advisors and experts that work for All Aboard have talked with their clients. People are ready to go. And so are we. We're in this business because we like to travel and we enjoy experiencing things. The biggest thing about planning travel is that, and folks, I know that there are so many current events going on around us right now. Things, you hear the word restriction thrown around a whole lot right now. Don't let it get to you. People are booking, and people are booking further in advance. The vendors, when I use the word vendor, I'm talking about my friend Denise over there. She represents Globus Family of Brands. That's a vendor, and they're a fabulous partner of ours. They're being great and flexible these days as well. The deposits are wonderful. The promotions that are available are wonderful. Don't let yourself be fooled, though. The idea of waiting longer and thinking the prices will drop is something of times past.
Right.
So,
Sherry, I did see we do have a question about exactly what you're talking about. It was asking about the cancellation. Yeah, exactly what you were talking about. So we do have the peace of mind policy. So let's say you book something for, let's say you book something for May of this year, and let's say we cancel it. So you can either take a refund or full refund, everything paid in, or a letter of credit to use later with a bonus. Also, if your clients are booked, or let's say one of you are booked for something in December, but you're like, I'd rather move it to 2022. Just as long as it's before final payment, you can move it easy peasy. So that's our cancellation policy.
Yeah, and this is great, and this is what I mean is it's so much more flexible than it has been in the past. Take advantage of this and these opportunities right now. I promise you, no matter what the rules are in the future, no matter what the restrictions are that they may use or have in place, this is a well-known provider of travel. They will be on top of every need, every requirement, and they will hold your hand along with us, and we will be sure to get you there and back safely.
Yeah.
So with that being said, does anyone else have any questions that they'd like to ask of Denise while we have her here? I have to say, I just really love the presentation. It just really gets those juices flowing, Denise.
Oh, I know. I want to go somewhere.
I know. Seeing the photos and the scenery is just a reminder of why we do this. And to be quite honest with you, like the ones who are viewing, most likely, we need something to look forward to. I've talked about that recently with another friend of ours. Once you have made a decision and you're ready to go, it's somehow almost it's a weight off your shoulders, and it gives you this sense of satisfaction and this idea that you have something so great to look forward to, and then to look at and research about while you're waiting for the trip to happen and for the date to arrive, and you're counting down the dates on the calendar, and that's my favorite part.
It's funny. I actually I went to Epcot about a month ago with a friend of mine. And we were actually crying at Epcot because we're like, I guess this is the next best thing, right? Going to Epcot and traveling the world in Orlando, right?
I know, exactly. Donna Bates popped on. I don't know if you saw, she just wanted to say hello. She's excited. She wants to go somewhere really badly.
Oh, good.
She's really thrilled about the refund policy that you have in effect right now. So that's going to be very beneficial to help us with our clients.
And you know what actually is selling out? It's pretty funny. These escape programs that we have.
Yes.
When we have a promotion, they sell out. And I think Globus was really surprised with, like you said, what's going on in the world right now. And, we're not operating at the moment, but we will at some point. So we're throwing this escape programs. And I was actually on the phone with one of my coworkers, and a lot of them are sold out for the fall.
Yeah.
So, people want to travel, they're ready. So fingers crossed, right?
It's not just the pent-up demand for travel, Denise. We're seeing here at the level with the travel advisors, and we have senior expert level travel advisors. Right. It's not just the people who are wanting to go now. It's the people that were unable to go last year that were moving into those spots that are taking places at the end of 2020 and going into 2021. So the other thing I think is great that you're offering is those shorter trips, because a lot of people we're seeing are looking to do these combos where they're staying in a hotel pre or post from the trip and sampling. So that's a wonderful offering that you have.
Good.
So I don't see any other questions. Did you have any parting words before we say goodbye tonight?
I just wanted to thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, all the board. And thank you to everybody that came on. And I know we're all ready to go. So hang in there.
Yeah, we are. Thanks again, Denise, for everything.
Thank you.
And on behalf of Globus and All Aboard Travel, you can reach us at 1-800-741-1770. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.